Thanks everybody for attending. We are going to continue with our online program. This is the first day of the online program. So remember that we are at the 25th WFSF World Conference, Exploring Liminalities, Creating Spaces for Unlimited Futures. This is also part of the 15th anniversary of World Future Studies Federation celebration. And we will now present Jéssica Leite with the topic. Okay, just wait a moment, please. I've just lose that. Okay. Experience design applied to participatory future research, the main benefits on creating memorable experience to participants. Okay. So, okay, Jéssica, can you show up? We already have her here. We're just waiting for her to appear on the screen.
Hello. Good morning, Aletia. Good morning, everyone.
Hey, we make it.
Yeah. So now I can share. I will share with you my screen. Let's see. Oh no, I can't see. Oh yeah, now I have it. You can see all clear?
Yes, super.
Great. Thank you so much, Aletia, again for all the help to here.
So
To start,
the stage is all yours.
thank you so much. So hello, everyone. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit with you about how experience design can help us to improve the participatory futures research. This is part of my main research. And for you to know from where I will talk a little bit about my path to here. So I'm a futurist from Brazil. I'm a specialist on futures literacy and methodology. And I believe in the co-creation of the future. So I have been working developing solutions, futures-based solutions to public and private organizations in Brazil. And I'm a researcher in the lab of simulation scenarios in Brazilian Naval College, that is an institution in our Navy in Brazil. I'm now a visiting research at the Department of War Studies at King's College, London. I'm a PhD candidate and Master in Maritime Studies equally from the Brazilian Naval College, and I'm a lawyer, Bachelor in Law from the Fluminense Federal University. And I'm talking all this not only for you to know a little bit about me, but mainly for you to understand that I came from a transdisciplinary background, and it's from this point that I talk with you today. So my main research this moment is trying to create solutions to improve the social participation in governments and organizations, foresight and futures thinking process. And by looking to the problems involving my role on it, I had some insights and I was led to the experience design that is our main topic today. So we have some challenges when we are talking about participatory futures, when we are talking about participation and futures research. And I have here some questions that we as researchers and practitioners have when we're trying to really implement a participatory approach in foresight and futures thinking process. And some of them are about the invite, how to invite and have a yes from the people, how to literate then about the process we are making, because usually we are talking with some experts and they not necessarily know what future studies is, how to really have a diversity, and how to engage people, how to create a really inclusive space so people can feel comfortable to share their opinion, and how to maintain an active network if you are trying to have a group of experts that you can count on in different projects. So by looking to these different layers of the challenge we have when we're talking about participation in futures research, I realized that we are always talking about people, relationships, and interactions. And in a broader way, we are talking always about selecting and managing people. So by realizing this, identify that we need to bring people to the center of the process of thinking and designing the participation. So we as practitioners, as researchers in future studies, we need to look to the people and understand what are their needs, and how we can really create a healthy and productive dialogue with them. And to make this, we can learn from different knowledge areas, and that's why I was lead to the experience design. When you're talking about experience design, the experience design is looking to the interaction people have with a specific lab, organization, process, product, or service. So they believe that the way the people interact, talking a lot, not only about the channels people have to connect, the ways people have to connect, but the feelings that these interactions make them they really feel, impacts the way they will behave with this process, these products or service. If people will come back to some organizations, talking about products, if people will buy again, for example, or if the people will demand the service again. So the experience design talk about people and how they relate with some specific object. And I have here some main ideas about experience design. So the experience design, when we're talking about this, we are talking about solution putting people in the center of the process. So if we are develop some specific workshop, we put the people not only as an actor that can say what is needed for them, but equally we will look to them, to their needs and to their behavior, so we can create a more productive relationship with these people. So people are in the center of the solutions we are developing when you're using the experience design approach. And we are talking equally about all the interactions that people have with some service, for example, that we are developing. So even in the first moment when people know about some specific organization, is considered an interaction. And all of this counts, because all of this impact in the decision people will take in some moment related to that service, related to that organization, to that institution. And in this process, the feelings of people are considered. The way people react to the inputs we make as an organization or as an practitioner in some process. And it's important in experience design. So mapping the process, mapping all the interactions, mapping all the ways that we have to talk with our audience. And this perspective is equally important to have the feedback from people. So this is about co-creation as well. So we are trying to deliver something, and we are looking to the needs of people, and we put people together with us to think what is the best process. So these are some main ideas about the experience design. We can talk a lot about this, but I just try to make you take a look on what is this experience design. And summarizing this, we can say that when we are talking about the experience design approach, we are talking about engaging people. We are talking about creating confidence in the people about some organization, about us as researchers, inviting them to be part of our project, for example. We are talking about longevity of relationships, a deep relationship with some specific audience we have. And we are talking about people that are confident in us or in the institution we work for, they became influencers of that. So if people have a good experience, probably she will replicate this. So by looking to our reality in the future research specific, we can talk about this experience as well when we look to the participants and when, in what moments and why. So when you're trying to get some information from people that is external from the group that are managing the research, for example, when we make some interview, when we make some workshop, when we make some survey, we are talking with people and we are creating an experience with them. And when you are trying to have a collaborative process, I will talk with you about a collaborative process in the next slides. When you try, for example, to empower some specific group of people, for example, you are delivering an experience to that people. Or when you are trying to reach the stakeholders of some organizations, you are creating experience to these people. So what kind of experience you are creating for them? And here I have a case. I'm part of the Defense Futures Monitor Network project in Brazilian of our college had this, but we have a lot of other organizations, not only in academia, but equally in the government and the private sector. And we are developing a network to monitor signals of the future to feed the Ministry of Defense in Brazil. And the structure we are creating is based on a collaborative base. So we invited different people from different areas to help us to make the future research. So we developed the first prototype, and that's what I'm sharing with you now, the experience that I had. And these researchers, they were voluntaries. They were experts in some specific topic that is important for the defense in Brazil, but they not necessarily knew how to make future research. So we need to capacitate them. And after the prototype, I developed a journey map of the experience we, as the managers of this prototype, I was in the group responsible for this, we could offer to them. So I mapped the experience these researchers had. And we made this we had like 20 people being part of this dynamics. And I will show for you the canvas of maybe you can read everything. There is a lot of information, but I just want you to see how is a journey map and how simple that could be, and how we as researchers can think in participation using the perspective of the design, the experience design. So here we used 4 main moments of the research, of the experience that we made to them. The first of them, the invitation that we made by email. And then we put here the main actions the participant needed to make front of this action that we as managers made. And we tried to understand what they think when they receive the invitation in that moment. And you can see in this canvas, but there was 2 another places so they could share the challenges they had related to each moment of the experience. So the second moment of the experience is the capacitation, the course we developed to then. So was a capacitation to make research, and was a futures literacy as well, because some people there was not so into the future studies approach. So the same here. We put the actions we as managers made, and we tried to catch from them how they reacted to that course that we developed to them. And the other moment was we call it the cycle of research, was the moment of research after capacitation. The people made research and delivered to us specific reports. So the same here, we put the actions we as managers made and try to understand how they reacted to this group of actions related to this experience in the cycle of research. And after, the other moment of the experience was related to the relationship in the final of this process of inviting, of capacitating, of making research. And we had a really nice output from this experience of trying to map the experience to deliver to the students. And I put in here some learnings that I, as responsible for this activity, had. And I will try to share with you in a fast way. So people want to feel they are special to the process. So one of the points that people told us is that, no, you could make the invitation in a personal level, like saying why my experience is important for you, because we send to the participants an email and an official letter attached. But we had the name there, but we didn't talk specific about the experience people had and how it connected with the project. So they highlighted the possibility of receiving a more personal invitation. So people want feel they are special. Another learning, literates takes time. Make people to understand the futures thinking and make people think out of the box, as we say, is really hard. And our course had 10 days, but even with 10 days, we could feel that people had a lot of challenges to make a research. So it's important to think in the exact amount of days, of hours that your course need to be to people to understand what future study is and how are their role in the process that you are creating. Another point, methodological support is important. So here we had a structure that people, experts from specific areas came to make research, a research that they not necessarily dominate the method. So we had some people helping them with the methodological questions, but I could point out how important this is, maybe being closer to them, maybe talking more about how they could get to the informations that we wanted them to get there. And people want opportunity to connect with others. One of the points that they told us why they decided to go in this initiative that was voluntary, they told us that was because of the connections they could make. So the defense sector in Brazil now is growing a lot, and we have a lot of civilians getting interested on this. This experience we had, the prototype, we had mainly people from the civil society. So people there talking with me were mainly civilian, and they told us, no, I said yes because I felt I could have good connections, and I really had. And another point, the community sense matters. That was another highlight the participants shared with us during this dynamics of the experience, of mapping the experience. So another reason they told us they felt engaged and they said yes was they felt they could help in some way the decision makers in governments in Brazil to make better decisions. So this matters. This matter. And so going to the main topic of this presentation, the benefits. So based on all this that I told for you, what experience design and the challenges that I look in participation when we are in future studies, and this case that I just shared with you, we can see some benefits on using the experience design on our reality of future research, and specific by using the participatory approach on it. So designing, we can, when we use the approach of experience design, we can design the complete participation procedures we are make. My experience in this area have been working, has been 5 years now in future studies, is that some way people when I work with some research project in future research, they don't think about all the exact moment they will interact with these participants before I start the project. So the project starts, and then they decide, no, I will send a mail, or I will call, or so the way people usually, based on my experience, look to participation is not so strategically and is not by concerning to design all this experience before the project starts. So that experience design can help us to really, before start a project, have all this mapped, and having all this mapped, you can optimize the management activities and make people less stressed in the process of making the research. And another benefit, we can really know the target groups that in this specific institution we work with have. So when we use the experience design approach, we really try to understand the people we want to talk, their needs, their behavior, and in some way is a work that you make once and then you need to refresh in some moments, but is an information that you can use in another project as well. You will really know the people that are important for you when you're making a future research. They're really the stakeholders of the institution or your stakeholders when you make future studies. And another benefit is that we can improve our methodology, because based on the willing of knowing the people we want to be part of our research, we can choose better the tools, the methods we are going to use. And this is really important. We talk a lot about how people feel or not feel comfortable. For example, in workshops or in another perspectives, we have the Delph method, the Delph tool that was developed to try to solve some questions about people in a group. So we need to know people to have better decisions about the methods and the tools. Another benefit on using the experience design approach, we can enhance the confidence of the people in the process and in the institution we work for or in us as practitioners. So if you can reflect in the way we talk with the participants, that you really know their needs and that you designed that thinking about this, people probably will feel more confident on that process and will feel more special for you. And this creates probably a more deeper relationship, I can say, with the people in the management group and with the institution that are demanding the future research with the participants. So all this that I'm talking is about thinking participation in a more strategic way. Now it's talking about mapping all the process. Is about creating indicators, for example, for diversity that usually I don't see in future research, and it's about monitoring the outputs that we have when we have people with us. So my invitation is about this, using the experience design so we can think in a more strategic way the participation. Of course, I have been learning from different areas as well to try to have solutions to improve the participation. But here, when we are talking about experience, we can see clearly that we are talking about seeing the value of participation and put the people in the center of all this. And so this was my presentation, and I want to share with you that was not possible without the support of the Brazilian Fund Foundation CAPS, the Brazilian of our college, where I'm a research and PhD candidate, and the King's College London, where I'm now based. I'm here in Paris for the event, but I'm based in London, making my visiting research. So I really believe that the future is about co-creation, and that's why for me it's really important to say and to go deeper in the way that we relate with the other people, so we can really make them feel comfortable to share their perceptions, and based on it we can really co-create positive futures. So thank you for your time. If someone has some question, I'm here to try to answer. You can go to my website and know a little bit more about me and my portfolio here, and you have my mail. I'm free to talk and to connect. And thank you again, Alexia, and see you.
Great, Jessica, thanks a lot. So, does anyone wants to make a question or comment regarding Jessica's topic? Well, we have we have at the chat first a comment from Michael Jackson, which says, Jessica, great presentation. I'm building a global version of this. Be great to chat with you. You can reach me at, and he left his mail.
Great. Thank you so much, Michael Jackson. It will be great to connect with you. I'm really mapping people, seeing the value of participation, so it's nice. We can chat.
Yeah, it's good. There's a lot of good ideas in there that we can work on together.
Great, great. Thank you for saying. I will send you some message, and we can talk.
I got your email as well, Jessica. Is your real name Futurus?
Sorry?
Is your real name Futurus, or is that just a made-up name for your Gmail?
Oh no, it's only the name in my mail. My name is really
that would be
Brazilian.
amazing.
My
That
name
would
is
be
really
amazing
Brazilian.
if it was.
Yeah, but we have a Brazilian lady that is a futurist, and I think she has like futuros that is
Oh, really?
in her name. Yeah, this is
Okay.
destiny, maybe, I don't know. Nice. But you have been working with this approach has been so long. I don't know if you can just chat here because I like to talk. So.
It's okay.
Great.
Nice. We have another comment from Mason Jan. Hi all, I'm joined from Afghanistan for this conference. It is very wonderful conference. Looking forward to staying connected. Thanks for my friend Helga Bailey. Okay, so that's like a general comment about the conference. And okay, does anyone want to open audio for making a question, comment? We got Nina or Paula. We have two of the next speakers, Anch and Juliana. Okay, anyone else? Okay, I think there's no one else. But keep the conversation at our Slack channel and stay tuned for more details. Thanks a
Thank you
lot,
so much.
Jessica.
Bye bye. Thank you again. See you guys.
Bye.